The final subject that we're going to cover now is acoustics and microphones. And microphones are absolutely key when you're out there. So let me just switch back. And I'm going to tell you something about microphones because I've learned a lot. And you've probably seen some of my horrible broadcasts where I made a lot of and you know, it's awful for the listener. It's absolutely awful. It's really awful. And the problem with acoustics is when you produce, it's not like when you see things you don't know. Also, I'm not hearing everything. I would have to put headphones now to be sure that I know what you're hearing. And that's often very difficult because if you have headphones, you can't concentrate and so on. So I don't like wearing headphones. It's too much. And also you hear yourself a few seconds later. It's absolutely irritating, okay? So what do we use? The best thing that I know that you can use out there, this is called, I think it's called a Sound Shark. So all you do is you hook up your microphone in a shell here, and it's a parabolic dish. It's a parabolic dish. What do parabolic dishes do? All the incoming waves just get focused onto one part, okay? So it takes all the area, all the surface area. You can use it indoors as well, and I've used it indoors. You know what's wonderful? It's so great you say that, but you can use it indoors because I've been scoping this way. I connect this, you can see by the way what's going on. You see my picture is frozen on Periscope at the moment, and this is why it looks to me like the stream is not working, but it is working, okay? And that's the irritating thing. This is why I think Periscope really needs to do a lot better. And Facebook and YouTube is the best. YouTube, it never happens, okay? I've never had flaws with YouTube, but this type of freezing screen is the worst you can get. So, a great idea, thanks. Well, you know what's wonderful? This is what I wanted to tell you. That's why I'm so excited. Like you remember when I interviewed the taxidermist, this very clever taxidermist, I was showing with my one camera, I was able to show the birds, and with the other, I was pointing the microphone in his direction. So you hold this in one side, and you basically hold the camera and basically view everything the way you want to, and they're completely different. Yeah, frozen screen is a trademark. It's absolutely awful. It is absolutely, and it's really irritating. Okay, sorry about that. That's why I always ask, can you still hear me? Or so I don't know. Okay, but I can see you on. By the way, I also have an iPad running in the background, and that restarted, so it looks like I'm there. But this is marvelous because nothing is more horrible. I hate going like this to people, you know, with a microphone, you know, like they do on TV. It's awful, and the person feels so intimidated when you go up with a microphone all the time, and you have to go backwards and forwards. I hate it. It's very unnatural. Much, much better. Keep it away from the person. Let the person talk. Many people are incredibly good speakers. They speak well. Give them a chance. Make them feel comfortable. Hold it away. You know, they don't need to know. And this is why I like to, you know, as a producer, give them a chance. So all I do is I just direct this, and it picks up all the sound, and you don't need to go close. And this works very well to 15 to 20 feet away. It's quite marvelous. It's actually incredibly effective, okay? So that's my big advice if you really want to improve your acoustics, and I'll show you where to get this. Let's just 1 second. Let me just go quickly on the website and show you where I got this from. There we go. Sound Shark is what it's called. I know this isn't cheap, okay? I understand this is not cheap. How do you set up the mic? I'll show you that, okay? I'll show you that in a second, how to set up the mic. But this Sound Shark is not cheap, but it's very robust. It's actually, you'll laugh when I say this, but this is the same type of material that bulletproof glass is made from. So, you know, it's expensive. I believe it's expensive too, but it is incredibly useful. And especially when you drop it. Am I an astronaut? I'm not, no. I'm not an astronaut. But what I wanted to say is, why I like it so much. It's very robust. And also, if you drop this outside, it's not going to break. It doesn't matter because, you know, if it has scratches or so, it's very robust. You can knock people out with this thing. You can use it as a weapon if someone wants to steal your stuff, okay? So it's this is one of the good things, really. Very, very nice to use, okay? Then, just talking about microphones in general, what is also a good idea outside is, well, you know, nothing worse than this wind. You hear many, many periscopes where you hear, Oh, don't we hate this? And the people often, they mean very well, right? They're good. They're doing good stuff, high quality stuff, but then you hear this horrible noise all the time from the wind. And so do take a windshield. It really is worth it. For this type of thing, you don't necessarily need a windshield because you can direct it out, okay? Direct it away. And then there's a last way of doing things, but I haven't used this very much anymore, and that's a wireless system, okay? You can also use a wireless mic system. Wireless mic system is very good if you, you know, for example, if you have a source far away, okay, or you're holding an interview with someone. You have a receiver side and a transmitter side, and you can transmit. I'm not a big fan of this anymore because of the simple reason, again, these are batteries. Imagine you're outdoors, it's very cold. Anything to do with batteries is going to die. You've seen my scopes, and it's been so terrible. From 80%, my iPhone went like this, and I was gone. And you really have to think differently when you're out there. So avoid gadgets. You know, I know you're saying, well, you're using gadgets yourself. You know, you shouldn't talk. Well, I'm trying to find gadgets that are efficient. Okay, whatever is efficient and helpful is what I'm trying to use. Okay, I'm not saying it's the best solution, but I'm definitely saying, you know, it is a solution. Okay.